Hello and welcome back to RT Chats, the channel where we talk about all the latest sports news. And today we're going to be doing a reaction video on the first week of Rugby World Cup. Very exciting and also a lot of points to bring up there. Bruh.
I'm joking.
Little awkward silence. France, New Zealand. We thought France.
No, I didn't watch the game actually.
Did you actually know?
No, I'm joking. I did watch the game. Very good game.
I want to bring something about the opener.
Wow.
You know, there was this one guy that acted as a chicken. I don't know what was happening there. That was kind of
the
scary.
opening ceremony.
The opening ceremony.
And who does the opening ceremony without singing Walden Union?
No, it was played. It was in the background, but like a French version. It was a bit different. Anyway.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
that's why I didn't care.
Yeah. That game going sort of as expected. We thought France would win, but we didn't think they would score that large.
Wait, not on rugby again, right? Why did the French crowd boo the director of World Rugby the whole time? Did you see that?
I actually didn't see
No,
that.
it was just booing the whole time. Like
No
the
ways.
French were booing this whole weekend. They just like love to boo or something.
And that's the thing about the French crowds and the vibe around rugby there is it's just insane. You know, it's the atmosphere is crazy, and that has a big effect on the games as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would love to go watch the final.
Absolutely, being there, you know, they sing the national anthem throughout the game.
Okay, they can get rid of the kids' choir. I'm not gonna lie.
They can get rid of the
can.
kids quiet, but like even at a game where Chile was playing against Japan, the national anthem of France was being sung by the crowd at some point. You know, so it really shows the country really loves their rugby. But anyway, back on the actual sport.
Back onto the rugby.
Didn't think they'd run away. Mark Talea played a great game.
Yeah, he is really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, 2 tries. I don't know why they subbed him off at the end. I mean, I would have kept him on. They obviously needed him. Losing, big knock to New Zealand.
Also, he got 90 points in our fantasy.
Exactly.
Which we didn't save, but you guys can watch. We're gonna upload a video just before this about it. So.
Yeah, so we'll look at that. Then Italy and Namibia. It's kind of sad for Namibia. I thought they put up a bigger fight. They didn't play too bad in the first half.
I kind of didn't watch.
Didn't watch that. No, but it was definitely a good game. Italy really showed that they are a tier 1 country in rugby. And then Capuzzo also, he only had 1 try, but he had I think 3 or 4 assists where he really got a massive line break.
Italy beat New Zealand?
Well, the way New Zealand are playing right now, having confidence knocks, I don't think they'll beat them, but I'm predicting a closer game.
I don't see a wipeout. Like,
No.
Usually I would be like, okay, 30 odds, and now I'm thinking...
Within 5, honestly.
No, I don't think that close.
If Italy is switched on, I believe they can definitely bring it.
I would say like
close.
17-ish.
15. We'll see how that goes. I call 5, you call 17.
All right.
Ireland, Romania.
It's one of those boring games where you just watch a team thrash another team. It's
Exactly.
not always fun to watch.
I almost want to criticize Ireland for putting in such a massive full-on A side against Romania. I know they might be playing mind games, trying to send out a message that they're dominating, but look, all around good game from Ireland. Romania scoring the first try, really happy for them as well.
And Johnny Sexton,
brilliant,
the GOAT.
brilliant
He's
player.
the GOAT. He almost didn't make the World Cup. You know how bad that would have been for Ireland.
Exactly, and I think without Johnny Sexton, their next in line is not that good.
Yeah.
He's not Johnny Sexton, you know. He didn't have the experience. So yeah, I think that was a decent game. Then Australia, Georgia. I was disappointed in Georgia. Seeing how they played against Scotland a week or 2 earlier, they rushed defense. They had Scotland up against the ropes until 60 minutes really. So I didn't like the way they were playing, but then again Australia kind of showed they are still tier 1 country and they're not to be beaten.
Yeah,
easily.
I mean, I kind of predicted Georgia to win, and then I changed my prediction. So good for me. But because I mean, I'm doubting Australia just based off past performances, and I would not be surprised if they lose to Fiji. Like, not at all.
Tate McDermott being out as well as a scrum half, having a concussion.
And he played well in my opinion. So.
He did play well. Carter Gordon was also pretty decent. I think he should have kept the ball a bit more. They kicked it away.
Carter Gordon's good. He's going to be
good.
a future star.
I think if he matures a little bit, I think he'll definitely be he'll be a pioneer in the field of fly off in Australia.
Yeah, I think he's the future of Australian rugby.
Absolutely. Someone to take it forward.
Very young players. So
England, Argentina. Now I want to make a comment about England's game. I've been going on about this, and I know you're tired about this, but they really. So yes, they won. George Ford put up a massive performance with the boots. A shout out to him. He really played well, but it's literal carbon copy of 2003 World Cup for England. Exactly the same game plan. There were times that they were 5 meters from the goal line. It's just a drive over or a little cross kick or whatever, and they still went for the drop goal option. And that really makes the game boring. It breaks the flow of the game completely.
I saw Argentina. What are you doing?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, some people have argued the ref was against him. There wasn't bad decisions, but if you're going to knock the ball every second phase, that's not going to help you either. So they kind of threw that game away themselves.
So England, 14 players. 14 players. Argentina, you can't even blame the ref at that point.
Exactly. Also, on that point of 14 players, the way that Tom Curry went off the field, and it happened in the Chile-Japan game as well. And there was one or two more cases of the same thing.
Yeah, we also talk about Jesse Creel.
And Jesse Creel, but I don't think that was either. That wasn't that serious. That was fine as well.
None of them were that serious.
Exactly. The head contact thing is being taken way too far. It's being stretched out of proportion. In rugby, it's a full contact sport. At some point, someone's going to bang heads against each other accidentally. It just happens. I understand if someone shoulder charges someone else in the head, there's no mitigation or whatever.
Owen Farrell.
Exactly. But if you tackle a guy front on, at some point your head is going to knock the other guy's head. It's inevitable.
Like, what's next, World Rugby? Everybody has to wear a scrum cap.
Exactly.
What's next?
Exactly. So definitely something needs to be done about that. You can't have in a final someone getting a red card, being out and playing with 14 people in the final because of a stupid decision like that.
Back in the days, what would have happened? Like, if we go and say 20 years ago, those Burgers and guys.
Exactly.
You think they're just gonna, if they hit heads, you think they're gonna be like, oh no, my head.
It's part of the
match. They get them
match.
back up. They know they're playing rugby, and they show that they have passion for their country. They get back up and they show that they are there to play.
Exactly. It's rugby. It's a contact sport. Now that we've finished venting about that, Japan, Chile. I'm so sad for Chile. They played a really great game.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a bit of fitness and discipline that cost them.
Definitely.
Getting yellows, I mean.
Also controversial. That's the other game where the head contact thing happened. Shout out to their hooker Escobar. Played brilliant game.
Like,
he could be in a tier 1 country and make a starting lineup as a hooker.
He was my favorite hooker of the week.
Absolutely great. They also had a fullback. You kind of reminds me of Damien Willemse in a way, but he's a bit better. He's got a man bun, absolutely sexy. But he played a really good game. But then he played really well, makes a knock on offside, gives away penalties. But
I mean, Damien Willemse is a better player than you.
I'm a schoolboy. I'd hope he is, and he's in this. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, definitely sad for Chile there. I think they're in with a chance against Samoa this weekend. Samoa's gonna be tough for them, definitely. But I think they individual players can have standout performances there for them.
Yeah, and then South Africa, Scotland.
We're very happy with that. Very happy with the win. We should have won by further. We should have
had at least
another 7 points.
Another 7 to 10.
Exactly.
I feel like we should have had another converted try, or a try, because Marlene Ball can't kick, and a penalty kick.
Look, people are criticizing Marlene de Bock for his kicking. I understand it's a World Cup and you want to kick, but then I watched this video. Sia was defending Marnie, saying,
"Yeah, so
if he doesn't kick, if he can't kick,
someone else steps in."
Exactly. We've got 2 or 3 other kickers in the team that can stand up for him. So if on the day he doesn't, team. Exactly, it's a rugby team for a reason. But I think in some ways he kind of makes up for his kicks with the way he runs the line. Beautiful cross kick. Everyone's raving about that. But at the end of the day, South Africa just played up here Scotland.
So people want to go talk so much nonsense about his game, and then they want to go, "Oh, what a cross kick!" Now all of a sudden he's great.
Yeah,
You can't just switch because of one play.
exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
either back or don't back. Like, and in my opinion, he got man of the match. I really don't think he deserved it. He wasn't good enough for man of the match.
He was a decent player on the day, but I don't think you can get man of the match after kicking, after missing so many points off the boot.
every single forward played better than him. But I don't believe, except for Ebenezer, but I don't believe anybody stood out enough.
No, I think it was just overall good team performance there, and then also shout out to the ref in that match, actually making a really good decision, not yellow carding Finn Russell. Many people are going on about how that should have been a yellow card. I'm sorry, but it's not. It's not in a danger zone, for one. There is mitigation. It's not direct head contact. The only thing wrong there was the fact that it was no arms. That does happen, and a penalty was given for it. There's not enough in there for a card.
It's definitely a penalty.
Yeah, absolutely, but it's not. It's not a card of any degree.
I agree.
Well,
Wales, Fiji. Now, here's the thing. Fiji could have won. It was just one knock-on off from winning.
So close, and really they played such a game.
One knock-on, scoring the try, kicking it over. You can't make excuses, really, but I feel bad.
I feel bad, and they really put everything on there.
That comeback.
They just need to be more clinical and not make the small mistakes. And I think they got to work on
knock-on the line. They did it twice.
Exactly, and they've got to work on their defense, because 32-26 is a pretty high scoring game.
Wales also needs to work on their defense.
Both these teams do.
I think Fiji got a beautiful try where they absolutely just ran through Wales defense. Welsh defense is not good enough right now.
That's the thing with Fiji. They have the size and they have the razzle dazzle to go all the way through. So you got to watch out for that if you are defending against them. I think if they're just more clinical, they did we said earlier in a previous video that this is their year to make it out of the group stages. It's kind of throwing that away now. Maybe they get a bonus point win somewhere along the line, but I really hope for their part that they can make it through.
Yeah, I also think so. Let's do a very quick predictions. No reasoning of next week.
Next week, okay.
France, Uruguay.
Absolute walkover, 50 something.
I agree, 50 something.
But or just France by 50.
Yeah. New Zealand, Namibia. Same story. But I don't see 50. I see a bit 40s.
A little bit lower. I think Namibia will put up a fight, although they'll try to.
Samoa, Chile. Now this could actually go either way.
Tough game. I still see Samoa winning.
Yeah, I see Samoa winning 12.
Yeah, and they've played more. They've played more World Cups, and they just overall more experienced side.
Chile's played one World Cup match in their history.
Exactly. So I see Samoa winning, but I think Chile's
going to put up a fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Wales, Portugal, once again.
Wales, 40.
Definitely Wales.
50, 60 even.
But I hope for Portugal to do well. First time qualifying for a World Cup. I think they'll put in the effort and maybe it pans out for them.
Ireland, Tonga. I actually see Ireland just putting in an A team again to make a statement.
Exactly.
And then I see them getting players injured and stuff. I see them throwing out their team because they want to look dominant.
In that last match they played against Romania, Johnny Sexton played almost the full game. He played, I think, 65 minutes. Why would you take that risk with probably one of the best players in the world? Why would you take that risk against a lower country? So we'll see what they do, but I think they're taking this
50,
game
60.
again. Yeah.
South Africa, Romania. I say us by 40.
By 40, we should put up a
score. Is a hat-trick.
Yes, we should put up a score like Ireland did against them. But South Africa and running away with games is not two peas in a pod. So let's hope that goes well. Australia, Fiji.
I am gonna go with the shock that Fiji wins by 3.
Tight one. I'm hoping Fiji wins.
I think Fiji's gonna come back very hard from that Wales defeat.
Then again,
they could be blown by that.
If you look at they're putting almost everything against Wales, so maybe they're going to be tight. They're professional athletes, so they have a week to recover. So I think they should come back decently well. But I mean, look at Radradra, bro. The way he almost collapsed on the field because he was putting in everything to beat that Welsh team. So let's hope they can pull away with a win there.
Yeah, I still think without Tate, McDermott, and those guys, I'm not sure.
Australia is going to be a slightly weaker side this weekend.
England, Japan.
England taking the win, making
like
the game boring. George Ford, just
George Ford masterclass again.
yeah, it's
And
it
40.
it's yeah.
They're gonna
Well,
I think they're gonna blow out Japan.
The thing
Japan's
is,
not good enough.
40 off the boot is going to be a lot, and I think they're just going to stick with the boot again. I think they're going to do exactly the same as they did last week. So
Well, no, I think England's gonna try and overpower them as well. So I see a few try. I feel like the forwards are just gonna absolutely smash Japan's forwards.
that's true. Yeah,
And then I think Owen Farrell's gonna.
oh, he's back.
He might be.
He might be back. Okay.
If Owen Farrell's back, then I see quite a high score. If Owen Farrell's not back,
It's going to be
like 20s compared
much
to
the
40.
same as last week.
So yeah, that is it.
Yeah, let's hope there aren't any shocks we don't like next week. But yeah, please do join us on Super Brew at the end of the video. Once again, advertising guy. Please join us. We have some other people that have joined us there. Shout out to Cornflake, another YouTuber who joined us on our Super Brew recently. Yeah, do like and subscribe. Join us on our Fantasy League matches as well. We'd love